Not the ideal conditions, but I'm gonna give this a try. If it turns out that it's crappy, I'll do something else. But I just wanted to go over a few things, like I mentioned, mostly cosmetic stuff. So I'm up on the foredeck now, and you can kind of see that they used to have some cooler holders here, and they just 5200 the holes. So there's like 4 holes up here. I guess 3 on each side, so like 12 holes that have either been 5200 in, or there's one there with a screw. But the top of the deck itself is very, very sturdy, no problems at all. Just FYI, the rub rails have some scratches that actually look better during the day, but or I'm sorry, the aluminum up here has some scratches. Again, during the day you don't see it as much as you do with this light. And that's it up front. Other than that, everything's really in good order. It does have the anchor, and it's got the roller there on the end. As you come in the boat, again, the floor was just done. And I know it's a horrible picture, but it's like brand new, especially all the way forward here. The hatches are in good order on both sides. Here's an oddity. I got the boat like this. It needs a latch on the front of the console. It does have the cushion, and it needs good cleaning with some bleach. It'll clean up. It's got a little mold on it. But the door actually had, when I got it, on the side had a couple cracks here where they just put some kind of hinges. I had it done by the professional guy, and he painted the inside as well. So the door's in really good order now. Again, the top, I don't think the guy rinsed the top like he should have, so it does have signs of salt air and that kind of thing. Probably could clean a lot of it up, but it does have some pitting. And that's really it for up forward. Bow rail is sturdy on both sides, and that's really kind of it. Down each side, there's absolutely nothing wrong. You can see here there used to be a decal under here. Just needs a little cleaning with Goo Gone or something. And then on the other side, again, you know, the glass is clean. He did keep this under a shed, so all the gel coat shines. I don't know if you can see it down the side or not. Probably not at night, but the gel coat really shines well still. He just put a piece of plexiglass here for a windshield, screwed it into the top, and that's got a little crack there, as you can probably see. So move back on the console itself. There's a hole where they had run wires for a depth finder at some point, and you can see that there's a screw holes that they 5200'd in where the bracket was for that. On the main console, a couple little holes here that are open. Another one here. Other than that, gauges are clear. Electronics are all new. Shifter's in really good order. Not a lot of salt spray corrosion or anything out on those, and they work very well. Down the sides, you know, it's hard to even find a gel coat crack, if you will, on the whole boat. It's really held up well. I guess during the day, if you look for one, you might find one, but you know, even where the cleats are and stuff, nice and clean, no cracks anywhere. Floor again, solid. I did put one set of cooler holders back in the floor, dead center in the back, so you can see that that's where the motors are. You can see here at one point they trimmed out a little of this inner liner, just probably to make room for the top of a cooler. But again, just cosmetic, doesn't affect anything, but just so you know. There are a couple screws that are still on the deck because my fiberglass guy was scared to remove them and patch them. He'd had a customer that had screws in place for something he wanted to put back in, and it's 3 that I missed when he did the deck. So there are, again, 3 screws in the deck, but the deck is very solid and recently painted again. Over on this gunnel, again, there's not any gel coat cracks that I can find. A lot of this hardware is clean. as you can see. Back here, just some light rust stains underneath the steering arms, and I think I've explained that well. They're going to need replaced in a year or two, but you probably get a year out of them in the meantime. The cowlings have, you know, some little chips and nicks and that kind of thing, but no big cracks, no big breaks, none of that. You know, touch up paint or have them resprayed, they probably look a lot better. But again, just cosmetics. Those are really the biggest things I wanted to show you. The cooler holes up front that they'd put the 5200 in, the latch on the door, which isn't factory, that little area that they cut out back there in the back to put cooler under, I guess, to center it back there so it didn't rub against the top. But other than that, all of the compartments open well. There's no issue with any hinges or any of that that I'm aware of. And I think I'll leave it at that. I just don't know of anything else. But I didn't want you to come down and maybe one of those things would freak you out and you go, man, I can't believe I drove this far. So there you have it. I'll send you the video. Feel free to text back if you like. Thanks, man. Bye.